last module, module 8, water flow. So far, we have covered 4 out of the 5 nodes. And we are left with 1, right? So by now, you should already realize the facing, the back dragon, and the 360 sa. These 3 together determine your status, determine your position, determine your authority. In simple terms, how far you can go lah. Okay? But now we are talking about something different. Water flow, the last note, water flow determines your wealth. Now, when I say wealth here, it's not small money, but it is really big wealth. 你格局大不大而已, Okay? But if everything else is already working. So this big wealth, there's one condition for it to become big wealth, is that the other nodes must already be working very well. Because water flow alone cannot save a weak structure. Sometimes it may cause more harm than help. I repeat, if you have a very good water flow, but you have a very bad facing dragon and the 360, this water flow may not necessarily help you, but it may cause you even more trouble. So in short, it must work together with the previous 4 nodes. Okay, so let's revisit this ancient drawing again. I want you to visualize this clearly. When what I'm trying to do now is to connect all the 5 nodes together one more time. Step 1, back dragon. Okay, the Lai Long. So the blue lines is where the energy, the creation energy, the Shen Qi is coming from behind. Where's my pen? Coming from behind. Okay, not the blue line, the arrow, come from behind, supporting you. Okay, so if there's no source coming to you or you're not connected to the source, then no creation energy to talk about lah. And what does creation energy means? Go back to module earlier module when we talk about the creation energy. Revisit that. Okay, so yeah, so this the blue line is what it means by Lai Long, means the back dragon. Then we have the left and the right. Left dragon, right tiger. These two act like the arms. They help channel the energy forward. Okay, so from the back dragon, right, the energy, the left and right arm will help to channel it to the front. Okay, to the front. But not all left and right tiger can do that. That's why we must go and select with good supportive left dragon and good supportive right tiger that's able to guide and channel the creation energy all the way to the front. Okay, to the front here. To guide it, to protect it, and bring it to the front. So that's the purpose of the left and right tiger. Then we have the bright hall. Okay, this is where things get interesting. And we just covered the bright hall. So we position the house so that water flow in from the front. So that means not only we want the creation energy, we also want incoming water. Okay, incoming water like this one in front. Incoming water, and then flow towards the house, and if possible, meet up with the creation energy. And that the point is called the catchment area. Okay, but of course, in order for the incoming water to arrive at the front and stay there, we need retaining wall, retaining mountain to help gather it and stop it from outflowing. So at this X point is called what I call the catchment area. This is where qi gathers. Okay, so then I repeat again, after gathering, we must ensure one thing: don't let the qi run away. So we need something in front to block, to slow down, to retain, like the pinball machine. So the energy stays and can be used. So put everything together. If you get this right, what do you have? You have source of energy, the Lai Long, the channel of energy, that means bringing the Lai Long energy all the way to the front, and then collection point stays there. And then we have the retention system, that means the retaining mountain to retain it. And then when water comes in at the right place, that means the incoming water comes in the right place, this is where wealth can be formed and can be retained. So feng shui is not random. It is a system. You miss one part, the whole thing weakens. But when all parts align, that is when you start to see not just survival, but accumulation, not just income, but wealth. So to do that, we must understand the incoming qi, right? Right? So we need to talk about water flow. We must first understand something more fundamental, how qi behaves. And I've covered this in the qi feng shui before, and I will cover this again because this is from feng shui water flow. Now, there's a classical line called qi chen feng zhe san, jie shui zhe zi, which means qi rides the wind and scatters, qi meets the water and stops. And now, don't think of qi as something abstract. Think of qi like people, because qi behave very much like us. How so? Number one, qi can pick up speed. Give it a long straight path, it will pick up speed. That's like how you drive faster on a straight empty road. Second, qi can be dispersed. If the environment is too open, too exposed, qi will spread out, lose focus, weaken. And once it disperses, it becomes useless. Third, qi can be slowed down. If you guide it properly with structure, with forms, qi can slow down, gather, accumulate. And that's when it becomes valuable. Last but not least, qi can be cut off. If there are harsh forms, gushing energy, long structures, or anything that can prevent people from crossing over, like canal, then qi can be interrupted, qi can be blocked, qi can be disconnected. So now let's go back to the key principle. Qi chen feng zhe san. When qi is carried by the wind, it scatters. You just follow the wind and move along. So when qi scatters, qi san zhe wan wu shuai bai si wang. Means if qi is scattered, everything declines. Nothing prosper. No growth, no accumulation, no stability. Now, why is this important? Because if you cannot contain qi, if you cannot guide qi, if you cannot gather qi, then even if water is present, opportunities are there, you still cannot convert it into wealth. So feng shui is not about, hey, got qi or not. It's about, can you hold the qi? Can you control the qi? Can you make the qi stay? Because only when qi stays, that's when wealth stays. I've shown you this example in qi feng shui. I will bring on again here. Okay, let me use a very simple picture here so you'll never forget how water flow works. Imagine this. You're standing on one side of a busy expressway. I call it the near side. This figure here represents you. Now you walk towards the edge. You walk toward the edge of the road. Now what happened? This is an expressway, very busy expressway. When you walk toward the edge, right, you will naturally stop. Why? Because you know it's dangerous to cross. Now think of qi the same way. When qi reaches an edge, it will also stop. This is what we mean by 遇水则止. 遇水则止 basically means this expressway behave like water. It's like water. So when qi approaching this water, they will stop. 遇水则止. Now here's a deeper layer. The expressway itself is also carrying a lot of qi. All the vehicles moving fast, continuous flow, that is strong, gushing qi. So now, in this simple diagram here, we actually have two types of water flow. One is the qi here coming from the near side. That's number one, water flow. Number two is this expressway carrying all the vehicles moving. Okay, this is the second water flow. Now imagine three houses on the opposite, A, B, C. Now the question is, do these houses receive any water flow? The answer is no. Thank you, Philip. No, they don't receive any water flow at all. There are water flows, but they don't receive the water flows. Okay, So Philip is asking, what if this expressway is going both directions separated by a divider? Very good question. If this is a dual carriageway kind of expressway, ignore the far side. As a rule of thumb, okay, as a rule of thumb, ignore the far side. The near side you cannot catch already. Why you bother about the far side, right? Okay, so this is a rule of thumb. But for simple explanation's sake, let's assume this is one directional expressway. Yeah. Okay, so now we know there are two water flow, but A, B, C do not receive anything from the water flow. Too bad. Okay, sad thing. Now, why is that so? Why the three houses cannot receive from the water flow is number one, the qi coming from this first water flow is being stopped here. I mean, being cut off already. Cannot cross over. It's cut off by the expressway, by the gushing qi. Then the second water flow, which is the expressway itself, is moving too fast. It does not stay. It just rushes past and disperses. Remember, we say if it disperses, it's useless already. So what happened to these three houses? They are void of water flow. No gathering, no retention, no wealth. Basically, this is what it is. Of course, this is a simple illustration now because we have not explored what is behind the ABC, right? That's assuming we don't consider that. We just want to consider what we can see right now here so that we can understand better about water flow. So Philip say, add overhead bridge. Can. Okay, so basically what we want to do now is to find ways to make sure that qi can gather and stop there. Okay, adding overhead bridge can also, but effective or not, I would not say it is that effective. Okay. Now, building on what Philip said, what if we add a overhead bridge? Now, let me change a bit. What if the authority decides to build a signalized crossing near house B? Now, with this, one small tweak to the environment, suddenly everything changes. Okay, everything changes. Now, before that, Darren is sharing something to share. I realize if the road is wide, although there inward road flow to the space due to slope high, water don't really flow in there. That's how I see. Yeah, we must look at the terrain of the road as well. Good point. And also, you're talking about if the road is wide. Three lane, 4 lane, anything 3 lane and above, I'll consider that a wide road already. Okay. So what we want is take care of the near side. Okay, near side. That means even though it's 3-4 lane, we want to see whether the first 2 lane is able to slow down or not. Anything after the 3-4 lane, you can forget about it. Okay, now back to this example. Now, authority decided to build a signalized crossing near house B. What happens now? First, with the signalized crossing, the first water source, water flow, right? The qi from the near side now can cross over safely. Second, the second water flow, which is the expressway, now suddenly become not expressway. So vehicles can start to slow down and then stop before the signalized crossing, which means the previously gushing qi now can become gathered qi, gathered here. Okay, gathered here. Now the key question is, which house benefits the most? Rank them in terms of most benefit to least benefit. A, B, C. Philip say BAC. Thank you. Okay, my answer is the same as Philip, BAC. Why B benefits the most? Because B is closest to the crossing, right? So first touch, right? First touch. Agree, Okay, you can tap the T crossing. And then the second touch is here. Vehicle stops here. B can tap also. Okay, so you can tap two sources, two water flow at the same time very easily. Now, what about A? A, if you want to receive from the crossing, you have to wait for B to finish. Okay, then the spill over, some will go to A, some will go to C. Right? But A has an advantage over C because the gathered T now, A can also tap. Okay. C is the weakest because C can only tap on the spillover from the crossing, but cannot tap from the gathered vehicle. Why? Because when the traffic light turn green, the vehicles will now be all churning. Okay, churning. Again, become scattered chi. Right? Scattered chi. So if C gets something, it's just a bonus. Okay, so all these things we are just trying to 长风聚气, not just having chi or water flow, whatever, but we want it to slow it down, gather it, and making it stay. So now you should start to see water flow is not just about got water or not. It's about where chi can reach, where it slows down, where it gathers, and who get the first access. Once you can see it, you start to realize wealth is not random. It flows, it stops, it gathers somewhere. And your job is to know where that somewhere is. Clear? Now, Philip is asking if the road is usually jammed, then is it still good? Symbolism. Jam means no good. 皮卦 is 皮卦 good? I don't think so lah. Unless you have that positive thinking lah. Oh, so otherwise, from human experiences, 皮卦 is really sucks lah. Now let's apply what we just learned. Look at Unit A. Arrows are facing. Look at the bright hall. So that means the expressway. This is the expressway. PIE. Okay, look at the bright hall. This is a fast-moving dual carriageway expressway. So this is a two direction one. Okay, like I say the far side, you can ignore already. Far side, ignore. Unless we're saying that far side, there is one flyover, flyover and then flyover and then go over to Unit A. Then this is a different story. Then we may want to consider. Okay, but if there's no flyover whatsoever and you just go straight, ignore it. You can't tap. No way to tap also. Where was I? Okay, now focus on the near side carriageway. So this kind of water flow is what usually most master will call it 横水. 横水 means horizontal water flow. It can flow left to right. It can flow right to left. So in this case, it is right to left. Now, understand what's happening here. Qi follows water flow. So naturally, qi is flowing along the expressway. Look at the arrow, it's flowing along the expressway. And here's the problem. Because in the expressway, the qi is fast, rushing, not stopping. And this is what we call the straight horizontal flow. 直流. Okay, 直流. Now, translate this into simple terms. Earlier, I told you for easier understanding, qi equal money. So what do we have here? There is indeed money flow in front of you. Sounds good, right? But the money is not staying. It is flowing past you and away. So you may see opportunities passing by, money coming in but cannot retain, effort put in but result don't accumulate. It feels like always near but never yours. So having water flow does not mean you have wealth. Because if the flow is too fast, too straight, not contained, and because it's not fast, it's also cutting off the qi from the far side to cross over, then what you have is passing wealth, not accumulated wealth. So always ask yourself this, is there water flow? Not just ask, is there water flow? You also must ask, does it stop, does it gather, and can I capture? Okay, and once you can do that, it becomes your wealth. So Philip is asking, if I'm standing at the balcony and this is my exact view, it looks like the near side main PIE and also slip road is flowing into my unit. Consider, yes, you can play along with that kind of visual. Yes, good point, Philip. You can play along with that visual. If let's say from your level, it finds that visually speaking, although literally speaking, the slip road is not going into your unit, but visually speaking from your level, this slip road seems to flow into a unit. Yes, you can tap on that. Just now that PIE example is basically trying to highlight to you, if you're going to find a place, a new place to stay or to buy, don't find near expressway or canal or MRT track. Anything that can cut off qi. Okay, look at this example. This is quite interesting because it challenges what most people were taught. Now look at Unit A, the yellow box. Unit A, the arrow shows the facing. Observe the water flow. When I say water flow, means the road lah. And assuming this is one directional for easy explanation. Even though it's two directional, you can ignore the far side. But assuming this is one directional, and look at the water flow. So you see it is bending. It's bending to the right side. Okay, the water flow is bending to the right side. Now this curve can be known as the horizontal flow bracket embracing. Okay, bracket embracing. So the water curve wraps around A. Okay, wraps around A. So unit A is sitting inside the embrace. So what do most books and masters say? Oh, embrace is good. Yes, I agree with them. Embrace is good. They are not wrong. Okay, technically they are not wrong. So then again, why do I want to bring this up? Now, embracing or being embraced helps to retain the qi. It creates a sense of containment. It creates a sense of protection. It creates a sense of stability. So energetically, it feels like you are being embraced. You feel safe. You feel familiar. You feel comfortable. Many people like this. Me too. Okay, me too. But here's the deeper truth. Being embraced can also mean comfort zone. Now, comfort zone basically means you feel safe. But you may also stay where you are. You may also not push forward. You may also choose not to take risk. So while it is good, it can also limit growth. Eating is like that. There's always two sides to everything. Now look at unit B. Okay, arrows are facing. Same water flow, but from the opposite side. Now the unit is on the opposite side. Now this becomes a horizontal flow bracket reverse bowl. Reverse bowl means 反弓水. And most masters say, like that, B are very inauspicious because this is 反弓水. It's like an arrow and a bow shooting at B. 杀气. So Pepe, you ask me what is 杀气, right? This is one of the 杀气 already. Okay, the 反弓水杀. Again, when master says this, that B is inauspicious, blah, 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 because there is this 反弓水杀or whatever, technically they are not wrong also. But let's think logically. Okay, like say, learn with a growth mindset. Okay, so this may be something that contradict what you already learn and know and believe, but just hear me out with an open and growth mindset. Now imagine a car driving fast along that curve, and if it loses control, where will we go? It won't go to A. It won't go to the earlier that embrace unit here. It won't go there, right? Because science we know it will go tangent. Okay, it will hit at the opposite here. Go into unit B. Sorry, this should be unit B. This should be unit B. Okay, so this is why most masters say this is a sa qi, because if let's say energy lose control, it will go straight into B. Now, if things can fly towards the unit, it should be unit B, okay? If things can fly towards the unit B, can money do the same? Can money also lose lose control and then fly into unit B? Can, right? So if the money decide to fly, who has the more potential to receive, A or B? Obviously, it's B. Okay, obviously it's B. Right? But then I need to have disclaimer lah. Okay, but why unit B is because unit energy is being directed towards unit B. Okay, but my disclaimer here is very important. Before you get excited, this only works if the unit is strong enough to take the money. That's like in the Wu Xing, we talk about Qi Feng Shui, right? You know, take reward, right? You must be strong enough. Same thing for here. The unit must be strong enough to take this kind of money. If it's not strong enough, don't take. Okay, 没有命花, don't take. So If you're not strong enough and you still take, it's not wealth already. It becomes pressure, it becomes problems, it becomes accidents, it becomes instability, and worst case can become legal issues. So the key takeaway here is don't just label things as good or bad, because the same formation can either support you or can break you, depending on your strength to handle it, to deal with it. So always ask not just what is coming, but can I handle what is coming? They say, what are the challenges for Unit B before receive money? Challenges for Unit B, then you need to consider Unit B first. Okay, Unit B. Facing is towards the road, behind is a canal. Strong or not? So you have to ask all these. Dragon, strong or not? Tiger, strong or not? The same 5 notes to determine what are all the challenges B might face first. If B is considered not strong, then don't try or don't attempt to forcefully take in this sati, because it can backfire. Darren is asking, the strong enough, is it means Qian and Kun and Back Dragon as your main consideration? Everything, the 5 notes. The 5 notes. So you do all the 5 notes assessment and find that not the 5 notes, the earlier 4 notes. Once you have done all the earlier 4 notes and your assessment is that, this unit has good back dragon, has good left dragon support, has good right tiger support, okay, can. Everyone is in place to receive this water flow. Then go ahead. Okay, look at this B. Behind all these lousy like anything, right? Canal. Lousy like anything. 1 note already gone. Okay, 1 note already gone. So if 1 note already gone, then may not be strong enough. Then look at the left dragon. Only 1 unit. Then tiger, strong. May not be strong enough. So this unit may not be strong enough to take on this water flow. Is that okay? If you're not convinced with what I say about the Fan Gong Sui Sa can bring you great wealth, let me show you another case. Look at this map, Singapore River. Now, look at UOB building. I've circled for it. I put a finger there also to show you where's UOB building. Now, look at Singapore River. Look at the shape of the flow. Now, we know Singapore River flow from left to right or right to left. It flows, thank you, Darren, left to right. It flows from inside the island, okay, towards UOB, and then to the marina. Okay, to the marina. So this is the flow. Okay, this is the flow. Inside island to outside the marina. Okay, look at this carefully. The water flow, right, is flowing, flowing, curving. This is called meandering. Okay, flowing, curving, moving towards the sea. But just before it exits into the marina, it does something very important. It gathers here. Can you see suddenly there's like a belly like that? There's a belly curve like that, like a fish belly. Okay, the water gathers here, right outside UOB building. Now, so what do we have here? We have a moving qi. We have a slowing down qi. And then it seems to be gathering there, seems to be, okay? And UOB did something very deliberate. I think it's deliberate. I may be wrong. I think it's deliberate. They didn't just build a building. They designed the building to open towards that gathering point. Can you see the flow? And then the opening is here. It's like opening the mouth, right? Come. My mouth is here. Come towards my mouth. And this mouth, what happened? Absorbing the qi. Now, let's connect the dots again. Earlier, we said reverse bowl can direct energy towards you. In this case, the river brings the qi and it seems to gather around the belly area. And then UOB position itself to capture it. And result, previously we have UOB, OUB. Wow, confusing. But now only UOB. And the big four in Singapore. Right? Of course, cannot compare to DBS lah. or DBS is government-backed kind of bank, so cannot compare DBS. But UOB, not weak bank, not a very weak bank. So despite market challenges, UOB still delivers, last check, still delivers strong profitability, billions in net profit, record fee income, healthy asset quality, and even when margins tightens, they are still earning, they are still retaining, they are still performing. So this is not luck. This is positioning. Okay, understanding where qi flows, where qi gathers, and how to tap it. So reverse bowl, the 反攻水, is not always bad. If you know how to correct position correctly, open correctly, receive correctly, it can become a powerful wealth formation for you. So next time when you see a 杀气 like this, especially the 反攻水煞, don't just run away. Okay, ask yourself, is this something I should avoid or something I can harness? Let's look at other example of water flow. Look at unit A. The arrow shows the facing. Now, right in front, there's an incoming road. This road that you're seeing here, this road, okay, incoming road. That's what we call 潮水. 潮水 means incoming flow. At first glance, this sounds very good, right? Water flowing towards you. Now, qi means qi flowing towards you. It means opportunity, money coming in. And yes, that is roughly the idea. But here's the problem. Look at the way the road comes in. It is straight, direct, fast. Now, this becomes 路冲, another 杀气. It's called 路冲, direct road clash. Why is this an issue? Remember what we said earlier, qi behave like movement, right? When something comes in too fast, too straight, no control, it doesn't become wealth, it becomes impact. So what should happen? It's like F1 coming to your house like that. F1 come. So what should happen instead? Ideally, incoming flow should be meandering, like Singapore River, curving, cascading, so that qi can slow down, qi can settle, qi can gather at the bright hall or the catchment area. That's when it becomes usable wealth. If not managed properly, this kind of direct incoming flow, what's the impact? It can show up as accidents. It can show up as injuries. It can show up as sudden events, right? And in some cases, legal issues and legal disputes. Because the energy is simply just too aggressive, too direct. In this case, thank you, Philip. In this case, luckily, there is a stop sign there. And luckily, the arrow, the road arrow, left turn, right turn. Okay, right, left turn, right turn arrow drawn on the road, symbolizing the channeling away of the water flow. But that doesn't mean that there's no remnants of energy going straight into unit A. There will still be. But the stop sign and the left-right arrow helps to divert away. Right? So if you can, avoid A also. Avoid A also. Because you don't know what's on the back. It looks like there's no backing at all. Right? Empty. Now, when I say meandering or curve or cascading flow, you may be wondering what does that really look like. Okay, so you think about Lombard Street. You know where's Lombard Street at San Francisco? This is a picture of Lombard Street. It is a curving, it's a road, it's a public road, but it's a curving road. But this is too much. Okay, I'll say, but I'm just using this as an example. I think Singapore, there's also something like this. But we want, when I say meandering, it's just flowing like that, so that vehicle have to slow down and not gushing. Okay, that's what I mean by meandering or curving or cascading. Now, look at another example, unit A here. Arrow facing is here. Now, straight ahead is another road. It's very similar to the earlier house that I showed you of the Lu Chong. But this time round, don't have Lu Chong. This is not a Lu Chong. Although this road is right in front of unit A, I don't consider that as Lu Chong. Why? because this is a one-way outflowing road. Okay, outgoing road, not coming towards the unit A, but it's flowing away from unit A. Now, this is what we call outgoing water flow. So instead of qi coming in, qi is leaving. Now, the critical issue here with this unit A is there anything to block, slow down, retain the qi? No. There's no retaining mountain. So what happened? Whatever qi you have there from the back dragon, from the surrounding forms, when it reaches the front, when it gathers here, it flows out. It doesn't gather. It flows out, disappear. Now translate this into real life. This kind of setup often shows up as high expenses. Money flows out very easily. Hard to save, hard to accumulate. Even if income is decent, at the end of the day, nothing much is left. The feeling is like money comes in, but somehow always got things to pay. Somehow got unexpected expenses. Somehow leak here, leak there. Okay, so wealth is not just about earning, it's about retention also. Because if qi cannot stay, money cannot stay. So when you see outgoing flow, always check, is there anything stopping it? Is there anything holding it back? If not, basically you are working hard just to let it all flow away. 白做. Don't just look at someone staying at landed place like this and say that, wow, they must be doing very well in life. May not. May not. We have not seen their 付出. Like, let's talk about this outgoing flow also, but I call it outgoing flow bracket diagonal. Now, look at this. Unit A. Where's A? Okay, that's the the yellow unit, the yellow block, 127. The arrow is facing. Now, there's a road on the tiger side, one direction only, tiger side, and the flow is moving outward towards the front. Then it cut across. Can you see that the front arrow, right? I extended the yellow line. I extended the yellow line like that, so that you know where is the median line. Median line. So the right tiger water flow, it flows to the front, and at some point in front, it cuts over to the dragon side. Now, what is this formation? This is called outgoing flow bracket diagonal. 斜飞水. In this case, it is right flowing to the left. Now, what does this mean? Qi is not just leaving, it is draining away diagonally. And sometimes can make it harder to control, harder to retain. Now, real life translation. Very straightforward. Lose money, high spending, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Who do you think is the one spending? Male, female? Okay, Darren say female spend for male. Wow, very precise, Darren? Okay, yes, indeed, it is. There's this tendency for female to spend for male, on male. Okay, in this case, the outflow originates from the right tiger. So the answer is female spend more. Okay, but symbolism-wise, this can show up as female spending money, like what Darren said, females passing money to the male, or indirectly supporting the male's spending. Now, if it can happen on the tiger side, it can also happen on the dragon side, left to right. This is also outgoing flow bracket diagonal. Also means lose money, high spending, but now the origin is from the left dragon. So the one initiating the spending is male, but the symbolism flip a bit. Now it can be male spending on female, male giving money to female, male being the one draining the resources. At least we know that. Okay. Now let me leave you with one thought. When we say male, female, don't limit your thinking to just husband and wife. Because in real life, female can also be juniors, the tiger side can also mean juniors, right? Can also means colleagues, junior, female colleagues, right? Can also means female friends, right? Or female clients, or worst case, a third party. Okay, so when you see this information, don't just ask who spends. Ask where is the money flowing to and who is really benefiting from it. Because sometimes the answer may not be so obvious. But at least we know it is from one to the other. This is called outgoing flow, but bracket diagonal, when it cross over from left to right or right to left. Next example, look at unit A. Arrow is the facing. Now imagine someone asks you, can I rent or buy this unit A to do business and make a lot of money? Take a good look. What would you say for unit A? The question, someone asks you, can I rent or buy this unit to do business and make a lot of money? Anyway, this whole row is shop houses, 2-level stories. Level 1, level 2. Philip say, if beauty business, okay, better don't have guys do sales. All right, because of the tiger side, Okay, good. Darren say, unstable backflow. Very good. Water leaving the place. Thank you very much, Darren. Water outgoing flow. Okay, but there's a MLT access here, acid 4. Okay, acid 4. People say, do kids business better. Agree. Yes, good point. Okay, so do on beauties one, I mean 赚女人的钱 or 赚孩子们的钱 may be a good point. Okay, may be a good suggestion. But there's also MRT access here, so that mean there will be traffic flow. Okay, there will be traffic flow, right? And then now this arrow flow is from behind. Okay, it's from behind, and the arrow flow is like that, coming to the front and go in here. Wow. So earn money should not be a problem. Okay, earn money should not be a problem. There's one thing, because there is water flow, and water flow is able to gather. Okay, gather here. Right? But Darren pointed out there's one arrow here pointing unit A. Not any other unit, but unit A. So may not be stable. There could be this like what in Cantonese call what okay, 小人小人 okay, so it could be this kind of energy, could be. So they mean back not stable. When people see you earn a lot of money, right, then they'll do something, small action to do something to harm you. There's another thing to take note. Next thing is what Darren also mentioned, water leaving the place. This one can earn a lot of money probably, but expenses is damn high also. Damn high. Because it's directly, this outflow directly in front of A. So it's like 白做. Sometimes there could be an effect of 白做. You can earn a lot of money, at the same time you can spend a lot of money. Have you seen businesses like this? On surface, they look like they earn a lot of money, but when you check their books, zero. Okay, Philip say poison arrow step the back. Yeah, something like that. Okay, poison arrow step the back. This one. Very good. Thank you, Philip. So the key thing is, if you want to take on this unit, like what some of you all suggested, either do 赚女人钱 beauty business, or do kids business like tuition like that, enrichment class, but you need to know how to control the outflow. Okay, you need to control the outflow. If you know how to control the outflow, then this unit you can consider. Okay, so it may turn out like you have sales, you have customers, you have activities. In the end, money doesn't stay. It could be high operating costs. It could be cash leakage or hard to build reserve for whatever reason, right? Okay. Now, Darren say, I agree with the traffic flow is only say got opportunity, yet the consistency is low due to water flowing out. Yes, very good. Philip say, back support not strong, we'll have problem with authority maybe. Yes, perhaps, maybe. Yes, depending on the nature of the business. Can? Okay, so this is, I think you are getting better and better at reading without the raw pan, and then do assessment whether this unit can do, cannot do. Let me tweak a bit. What if this outgoing water, this road here, becomes a two-way? Vehicle can come in, vehicle can go out. Would that have changed your assessment? Would that make any impact on your assessment? Thank you, Darren. Need to see the slope also, whether it's slope away or slope towards me. Very good. Assuming it's flat. Assuming it's flat ground. Philip said money easy come, easy go, net zero. Okay, so better than only one-sided outflow lah. At least now there's an exchange, circulation of money, money in, money out, money in, money out. Better than just now is only all the way out. So best is don't get A lah, right? Don't get A, right? Get some other units more to the right. Agree or not? Because if you get more the unit more to the right side, right, your back support also getting stronger and stronger, right? Now, let's come back to something I shared with you on day one. You know, remember the teaser case? A corporate client came to me looking for a showroom space. They pointed at they circle up the few units there and then in red, and then they asked me, they said the good visibility because it's near gantry. Where's the gantry? The gantry is here. That means the vehicular entrance is here. Near the entrance, got traffic, should be good because visibility sounds logical. Okay, high traffic, because to them, high traffic means good business. So most people who naturally agree with their views. What did I do? I didn't go down on site. They just sent me this site plan. I didn't step into the unit. I didn't even take out the luopan, take measurement. I just look at this site plan. And I told them these units, you may end up spending a lot, but getting very little back. Feels like constant bleeding. Okay, so this is something similar like the earlier one that I show you about doing the 女人的钱 and the 穷人的钱. Okay, so for this, the client, they did some background check on the past tenants and confirm what I said is true. Now, let me blow this up. A bit blur. Once I blow it up, a bit blur, but bear with me. So I want to show you the gantry area. You'll notice there are 2 outgoing gantries and 2 incoming gantries. Fair, equal, 2 out, 2 in. But distance matters as well. The outgoing gantries here, they are nearer to the circuit units. Whereas the incoming gantries, here and here, they are relatively further away. So what does that mean? Before qi can comes in, to the unit, money must go out first, right? Because the outgoing is nearer to the units, so money must go out first before the in can come in. Okay, so it must flow out first. Now, not only that, look deeper. Okay, look deeper. Philip say incoming also speed up. Thank you very much. I'm coming to that. Okay, so you look deeper. The incoming, there's one here. Okay, there's one here, right? It goes to the other side. Okay, so basically means what? It goes to the other side. Goes to the other side. So it just venture off. So bye bye. 看得到吃不到 right? 看得到吃不到 Next, the second incoming. Where's my pen? The second incoming here. Okay, tendency is people will just go straight and go and take the multi-story car park ramp and go into the multi-story. And only probably a handful of it will decide to turn right. Okay, if they want to visit the shops on the first floor, they turn right and go in here. So, in terms of the 2 incoming gantry, right, you probably can tap only a small portion of it. Not strong. So translate that into business reality. You will likely spend first. You have to pay the rent, maybe not cheap. You have to pay for renovation, maybe very, very expensive renovation that you have. or you have to pay staff. Maybe it's a labor intensive kind of business, or pay for marketing expenses and any other expenses you may have before you can even see any meaningful revenue. And when that money comes, it's just spill over. When I say spill over, means like, for example, oh, maybe out of 10, maybe only 3, 4 cars will turn right. That kind of spill over. This is why it feels like no matter how hard you push, money keeps going out faster than coming in. So the key lesson here is don't be fooled by traffic, by visibility, by human logic, because feng shui looks at flow direction, look at the flow strength, look at the flow priority. In this case, it's not that there is no opportunity, but the structure is telling you outflow comes first, inflow comes later, and inflow is weak. So before you commit to a space, always ask, am I positioned to receive first, or am I positioned to pay first? Because that one difference can decide whether you make money or you bleed money. Last example before we end today's lesson. This one, if you can recall, anyone recall last week, Pepe brought up a case about construction works and road diversion, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And then she shared with me this example here for discussion's sake. So thanks, Pepe, for sharing this, for finding and sharing this, so that we can have something to discuss today. Now, where is this? This is Pongo. And what happened here? Let me briefly brief you on what's happening on the ground here. Okay, so there is a road closure, or no, not road closure. It's a junction closure. Okay, junction closure. Where's the junction closure? In short, it's just here. Okay, it's just here. So basically, what we are seeing here is that there's a road here. There's another road here. Pardon my drawing, okay? But basically, this is two roads. And at that junction is where they are planning to close off this one. And then with this closure, all the traffic wrong. Let me explain again. Closure is just here and here. Okay, closure is just here and here. So this Pongo Central still can move. Okay, still can move. Only thing, this Pongo Central cannot turn right, cannot turn left. Right? Clear? Okay, so the rest, there will be all the necessary diversion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so on and so forth. So the key point is that junction closure. Now, for discussion's sake, if I were to ask you all, what do you think are the impact of this diversion and closure, blah, 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 I can tell you, we will see stars. Every one of us, including me, will see stars. Why? Because it's too huge to look at. So for discussion's sake, let's zoom in into just one estate, mark X here, X, called the water terraces 1. Okay, I mark it at X. Okay, so we won't be looking at the entire area there. We're just looking at the estate X, not any particular unit, but the estate as a whole. So we can forget about where's the facing, where's the back, where's the left, where's the right, because we are not looking at a particular unit. We are looking at the estate. Okay, and this estate may have multiple facing. So just focus on water flow. Just focus on water flow, because right now we are on the water flow module. First, what do we know? There are two vehicular ingress and egress to the estate. Mark 1 here and 2 here. Okay, so there are two vehicular ingress, egress. Ingress, egress basically means coming in and going out. I already marked them at 1 and at 2. No impact with the junction closure. No impact. Vehicles still can come in and going out through 1 and through 2. No impact. Now, ingress 1 and 2, ingress 1 seems like even more no impact. Okay, even more no impact. Why? Because the flow is like normal. The only impact is felt by egress 2. So ingress 2, there's some impact due to the road closure. Okay, first of all, originally, traffic Where's my pen? Traffic can flow from Punggol Walk. Okay, cars can drive from Punggol Walk. Okay, come in here and then reach ingress 2, turn in. Okay, turn in. That is one way. That's one way. Next, or cars can come from Punggol Central and then turn left and then turn in. So there are two sources of turning in into ingress 2, right? But with the closure right now here, closure here, that means from Punggol Walk, now vehicle cannot go straight and then turn left in. Or vehicles cannot go from Punggol Central, turn left, then turn in. Cannot. So this is called cut off. Okay, both paths are cut off from Punggol Walk and from Punggol Central. So that means water terrace 1 will suffer this impact with regards to the ingress 2. But luckily, what authority did was that they did a U-turn here. They allow a U-turn here. Okay, they allow U-turn here. That means vehicles coming from here, now they can U-turn and then turn in. Wow, luckily lah. Otherwise, you have one sources cut off totally. Clear? Okay, so we can refer that water flow to Singaporean mostly can means income source or means income source being cut off or lesser incoming money chi. Right? And then worst case is that the Punggol Central here, money and the water flow here, now cannot turn left already. We will have to go straight and flow away. Okay, flow away. Worse, high expenses. Higher outflow, higher expenses. Okay, but here's a twist. Because of the new U-turn being created there, right? Traffic from the opposite direction now can U-turn and enter water terrace 1. So to sum up, what just happened? Originally, there were 2 incoming sources into ingress 2, but now both got cut off. And with that, 1 new incoming path created. Okay, 2 cut, 1 new. So overall, not ideal lah. I suppose they have 2 sources. Now you cut and we left me with a new one. Okay, but not as bad lah. There's a consolation lah. Not as bad as if you totally cut and don't give you anything at all. Okay, so there is a change in the flow where your money is coming in. Can you all see that? Can you all see that? It can affect income. It can affect expenses pattern during this closure. Okay, when would this? Where is this closure? When? March 26 to Q3 27. Wow, quite a while. Okay, so what does this mean for the resident in water terrace 1? Now, this period may represent transition, but the way I read it, this period of junction closure, it may represent a period of transition. It may also represent all income sources being disrupted, but new pathway forming. So here's the opportunity. If someone staying in water terrace 1 is thinking of changing job, switching career, exploring new direction, this period may actually be a window of opportunity for you because the system there is rewiring itself. Okay. So, but then, because 2 sources cut down to 1, if you're planning to change, then the level of income may not be as good as 2 sources. I mean, common sense, right? Okay. So if you want to change, there's an opportunity now because the whole system there is rewiring the flow. So if you're planning to change, grab this opportunity. But you're not planning to change, then you have to ngasi dong with whatever you have right now. Okay, so sometimes life pattern can change. When chi change, life pattern can change. So instead of resisting, learn to ask what is ending, what is opening. Because sometimes what looks like a disruption can actually be a redirection. And this asking, do we consider heavy traffic or light traffic in the road? Yes, we need to consider heavy traffic, light traffic also. If because of this closure, it forms congestion every now and then that is bad because congestion is like 皮挂. We don't want choke type. Then our income they cannot arrive in time. You get my point, Andy? So late payment, no payment, whatever, the kind of things may show up. Of course, we are not, because we are talking about water flow, we are not talking about whether the back dragon affected or not, the left dragon affected or not, the right dragon affected or not, right tiger affected or not, or whether the construction there will impact the units there. It will definitely impact the units there. But that one will be a qi feng shui kind of topic already. So let's put everything together. We now have covered all the 5 modules. Not the layer. The layer, the nest is more of the interior feng shui. That one we'll cover in the what do you call that? I Ching Form Feng Shui interior program. So we covered the facing, the back dragon, the 360, sa, and the water flow. So what does this really mean? If you step back, what we have been learning is not separate topics. It's actually one system, one complete integrated system. Okay, it's like a complete energy circulation model. Put all 5 together, you now understand how qi enters, how qi is guided, how qi is contained, how qi is positioned, how qi is converted into wealth. So what you are really learning here is this. Feng Shui is not about seeing buildings. It's about reading systems of flow. And once you see the flow clearly, you can stop guessing already, right? You'll start predicting outcomes from structure.